Pizza's always in my life.
Yeah.
I just don't have a pizza place in Singapore.
Okay.
That's about to change.
Oh, tell me more. Tell me more. Welcome to Soul Food, a conversation that celebrates the flavors and stories that shape us. In each episode, I sit with someone who's carving their own path in life, and we talk about the moments, the meals, and the mindsets that made them. I hope that their stories can inspire you in unexpected ways. Today, I'm speaking with chef and restaurateur Bjorn Shen. Bjorn, you've been described actually as recklessly creative and Singapore's maverick chef. And while doing my research for you, I found so many compliments about your luscious facial hair. So if you want to bless our listeners with tips on how to grow that, feel free later on. But that aside, you've actually won tons of awards for your cooking. You've served as a judge in MasterChef Singapore. But when I think about you, I actually think about Artichoke, the Middle Eastern restaurant that you've been running for the last 15 years. Actually, Chef Andre from Park Bench Deli was the first person who brought me there. This must have been like 13, 14 years ago. And since then, I've had great meals at Artichoke. Brought my parents, brought friends who just had a baby for their first night out. So yeah, lots of special memories. And I think I'm definitely not alone, because to have run a restaurant in Singapore for 15 years is no mean feat. And we wanted to talk about that journey and how that came about today. So welcome, Bjorn.
Fantastic. Yeah. That's a lot of questions. Let's break that down.
It is.
Maybe approach it in pieces.
Sure. I think maybe we can start at the start. Like, how did you even get into the food biz? What was the inspiration there?
I kind of always knew I wanted to be a chef. From a very young age, I think I was about 5, and my mom asked me, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And I said, "I want to be a rice cooker."
A rice cooker.
In my mind, rice cooker meant the person cooking the rice, not the appliance. So I kind of knew from a very young age that I wanted to make food. When I was 10 years old, 12 years old, I was mucking about in the kitchen all the time. I grew up with my grandparents and my grand aunt.
Okay.
So I lived with 3 old folks.
Yeah.
Very old folks. All afternoon, in order to, entertain myself, I was in the kitchen opening all these pre-World War II cans of food that my grandma had hoarded for like 40 years.
Yeah.
In the cabinet. I was just opening them, smelling them, seeing, if they had like arms and legs.
Yeah.
Trying to see if I'd die if I ate this can of Spam,
Okay.
So I was just mucking around and cooking stuff.
Yeah.
And I would give my experiments to my aunties and uncles who came over, my cousins.
Okay.
Yeah,
Are you professionally trained? Like, tell me about how you went from mucking around at home, finding things in your grandma's cabinet, and then running a restaurant today. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
Even in primary school, I still knew I wanted to be a chef. I was fascinated with food. I was watching cooking shows like Yen Can Cook and Ming Sai in the afternoon while all my friends were watching cartoons.
Okay.
So it always stayed with me. Eventually, when I came, 18, 20 years old, when it was time to decide on a tertiary education.
Yeah.
By then, I had a few other ideas. I almost went to art school.
Oh, interesting.
To be a designer.
Okay. Like a fashion designer?
I kind of also had that in me. Well, I wanted to do industrial design.
Okay.
I was very interested in designing furniture.
Yeah.
But then the opportunity came for me to work in a kitchen, because obviously that's easier.
Yeah.
It's easier to get a job in a kitchen than to, get an internship.
In a furniture design company. Yeah.
Correct. And how many of those are there in Singapore? So a good friend of mine said, I got a friend who's got a cafe down in Tanglin Mall.
Okay.
You can go and interview. What's this?
Yeah.
I didn't even have a resume at the time.
How old were you at that point?
It's fresh out of NS.
Okay.
It's 21, 22. Didn't even have a resume. So I brought down a photo album of all the things that I cooked.
Okay.
Thinking that'd be good enough for a resume.
Yeah.
And then the owner, Jack, just opened it, looked at it, and laughed and said, we got a position open for dishwashing. Do you want that? I'm like, if I wash some dishes, do I also get to make some drinks and maybe cut some ingredients?
Yeah.
It's like, if you got time, you can always chip in.
Okay.
So I actually ended up working in this place for a few months.
Yeah.
Again, I think, having conservative Asian parents, they want to make sure that you're really down with whatever career path you choose. So this was my good way of trying to convince them or trying to prove to myself first
Yeah.
that I wanted to be in this industry.
Yep.
And then using that to convince them like, hey, I've already been working here for X number of months.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do.
Yep.
So it was a hard time convincing family that
Okay.
that's what I wanted to do and that was a viable career option.
Mm.
But they're like, yeah, okay, you know what? You've been slogging it out for a few
Yeah.
months now, $4.50 an hour.
Yeah.
Okay, fine, go.
Yep.
Yeah, so I went to Australia and I went to culinary school and I did it for about 3 months
Okay.
and I dropped out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
Let's put it this way, I was about 22 years old.
Yep.
When you're 22, you do things and you make decisions that you later on regret.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've all been there.
So when I was in culinary school, I was already working for a very good chef. I'm embarrassed to say who, but it's a very well-known chef
Okay.
on the side on the
Right.
weekends.
Okay.
And I thought that I was actually working for this fella, but this fella probably doesn't even know me. I was the guy at the back. I was the intern at the back
Yeah.
plucking herbs and taking out the trash.
Mm-hmm.
So, but in my mind, I was like a superstar.
Yeah.
So I said, why do I need to carry on culinary school when I'm already working at this restaurant on the
Yeah.
weekends? That's the kind of place that, if I finish culinary school, I would want to go work for full time anyway.
Yeah.
I did that for a while and then I realized, hey, so I just dropped out of culinary school. My highest qualification is like A levels. That's all.
Yeah.
Apart from this like Cert 1, I had Cert 1
Mm.
in culinary skills. I'm like, okay, it's not going to get me very far. So I decided to then go to university.
Okay. And what did you study there?
So I studied hotel and tourism management.
Okay. And was that in Australia?
It was
or
in Australia as well.
too?
So that was my way into the F&B industry.
Okay.
I mean, look, I could have carried on culinary school, but I
Yeah.
thought, okay, culinary school kind of prepares me for day one.
Yep.
I've already got Cert 1 and I am quite okay in the kitchen.
Mm.
Now I want to prepare myself for management one day.
Okay.
So I still thought to myself I wanted to work in a hotel and be an executive chef.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm going to need some other skills. I'm going to need to know about costing. I'm going to need to know
Yep.
about marketing, branding, stuff
Yep.
like that. I never thought of myself as a very studious person before that or, top student, but I graduated on the dean's honor roll.
Yeah. And did you come back to Singapore straight after that? Or
Oh,
did
no,
you
no.
you spent some time in
Yeah,
Australia?
I spent the next few years there.
Okay. Working.
So I had my PR status, right? So
Yeah.
it was easy for me to stay on and work. So
Okay.
I had a lot of jobs. Even while I was doing my degree, I was studying part-time
Yeah. Okay.
and working a lot.
Yeah.
So I was working at 7-Eleven.
Yep.
I was working at a restaurant. I was working at many restaurants.
Yeah.
And then going to school a couple of
Yeah.
days a week.
Yeah.
So that's how I spent my time.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of the slog and the grind, right, of those early days that I think is so beneficial to your later on life. Do you feel it's the same for you? And do you see that in the young chefs that you see coming up nowadays? Is there something that you wish that they kind of learned earlier?
The pathways back then weren't so clear.
Yeah.
The pathways are a lot clearer now.
Okay.
So people tend to take the very direct route.
Yep.
There was a lot more idea of hustle back then because, like I said, pathways weren't that clear.
Yeah.
You had to move horizontally a lot to move upwards.
Yeah.
It built a lot of fortitude.
Yeah.
It gave me a lot of life experiences, and it slowed me down a lot. Gave me more time to think about life
Yeah.
and plan my next steps.
Okay.
I saw a lot of friends who rushed into their careers.
Right.
They went the very regular Singaporean route where they went to, let's say, Polytechnic here in Singapore, and then they went to, using those credits, went to university in Australia,
Yep.
ended up in the same university as myself,
Okay.
and then rushed through the remaining credits in 1.5 years,
Yeah.
got their degree, jumped straight into an internship, into a job, and then 5 years later realized that that's not the
It's
job
not
they
for
wanted.
them. Yeah.
And then they ended up switching careers
Okay.
or doing another course.
Yep.
So I'm glad that I had time to figure things out. I'm glad that I didn't lose any money in the meantime.
Yep.
I was making good money on the side,
Yeah.
So yeah, I slowed myself down a lot just to give myself more perspective.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you came back to Singapore after all that experience. You came back
Mhm.
and eventually started Artichoke.
Yeah.
And I think that's a restaurant where you kind of always challenged expectations.
Yep.
What kind of gave you the courage to do that? Like, I think when you opened, people were like, is it a Western restaurant? Like, can I come? Can I have my brunch food there? Like my eggs on toast? They were kind of confused about what it is because it was like inspired Middle Eastern and what is that?
Yeah, it was tough.
Yeah.
2010, we opened Artichoke in August, and 2010 was still very early days where there wasn't much of an independent dining scene. I mean, there were a few cafes. PS Cafe was there already.
Yes, yeah.
There was another place called Spruce.
Yes, I remember Spruce.
There was this place at Camden Medical Center called Corduroy and Finch or something like that.
Yeah.
Really nice place as well.
Yep.
So there's a lot of cafes, but then if you wanted like good restaurants and all that, mostly still in hotels, right? So it was a time where the dining market here wasn't that well exposed.
Right.
People thought that if you're not eating Asian food, you're eating Western food. And when you go to a Western place, you get balsamic vinegar and bread.
Yeah. It's very binary. It's like,
yeah. And that every Western place needs to have pasta, steak, and fish and chips.
Okay.
Yeah. And cream of mushroom soup.
Yep. Do people ask you for those
All
things?
the time.
Yeah.
All the time. And we opened a Middle Eastern restaurant. We wanted to be a modern Middle Eastern restaurant because that was a big part of my life and a big part of my inspiration from living in Australia for 8 years before.
Okay.
So I did that, and people came in and said, "Hey, how come you don't serve free bread with like balsamic vinegar and olive oil?" I'm like, "That you get that at an Italian restaurant, right?
Yep.
We're not an Italian restaurant." Like, no, you're not. You're a Western restaurant, aren't you? I'm like, no, we're not a Western restaurant. We're a Middle Eastern restaurant. Like, what is that? Is that Indian? I got so many people thinking that Middle Eastern was Indian. I'm like,
right,
guys, geography.
No, yeah.
Geography. Just look at the map. It was very, very difficult.
Yeah.
Trying to convince people about what we were.
Okay.
Back then.
How do you think you managed to do it in the end? Like,
I don't think we did it.
Okay.
I think we just waited for people
to be ready.
To be ready.
Yeah.
We survived long enough till people were ready.
Okay.
And they started understanding.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you've served probably thousands of people over the last 15 years in that restaurant. And, we talked about the early customers, they didn't get what you were doing. How have you seen Singapore customers change over time?
Yeah, very very well exposed right now.
Yeah.
Different kind of exposed. I always say a little bit of knowledge is a very dangerous thing. We went through a phase where people started traveling. They thought they knew the world and they'd come back with expectations.
Yep.
So I had a good friend who had a Spanish tapas bar, and people would go there and say, "How come you got no nachos?"
Okay.
Like, I'm a Spanish tapas bar. It's like, yeah, Spanish restaurants should have nachos. I was in Spain.
Right.
I've traveled in Spain. I'm like, no, dude, that's Mexican. Nachos are Mexican.
Yeah.
So no, but I ate nachos in Mexico. Yeah, I ate nachos in Spain. And he's like, bro, okay, well, maybe you went to a Mexican restaurant in Spain, but I'm a Spanish restaurant. I do tapas. Yeah. And next thing they're like, yeah, I've been to Spain. How come you got no paella? And he's like, I'm a tapas bar, not a family restaurant.
Yeah.
Not a sit-down big family restaurant. I'm trying to do tapas, small bites. People saying, how come you're a Middle Eastern restaurant, you don't have a shawarma? How come you don't have falafel? For the longest time, we didn't have falafel or shawarma.
Yeah.
Because we didn't want to give in to those stereotypes. We wanted to show that Middle Eastern food could be more than the tip of the iceberg that you see in a lot of touristy restaurants. Yeah. When I was working in Australia, how I got my Middle Eastern inspiration was actually from my colleagues at work.
Yeah.
And the people close to me at home. My housemate was Iranian.
Yep.
My best friend in university was Arab.
Okay.
I was working in a Greek restaurant, and my colleagues were Turkish, Lebanese, and Moroccan.
Okay.
And during staff meal, they would cook all these amazing dishes. We would take turns to cook staff meal, right? And this Lebanese guy would cook that version of like lamb, rice, and chicken. It's like double protein and rice.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, why haven't I seen this in restaurants? Right? I mean, I eat at these shitty Lebanese restaurants. I don't get a good impression of them.
Yeah.
And then here I'm eating this beautiful food cooked by you. So why don't I find this food in restaurants? And he's like, bro, we keep these to ourselves.
Yeah. It's
You
like
want to
home
eat,
recipes.
yeah, you want to eat these foods, you come to our house. We cook all that other nonsense for other people,
Okay.
but these sorts of things, you got to be invited to our house.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the kind of thing I wanted to do at Artichoke.
Okay.
But people were coming in and saying, I've been to the Middle East. I want shawarma. I want falafel.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, there's much more.
Yeah.
There's much more than that. We want to showcase this thing called a kasir, cracked wheat salad or tabbouleh, something like that, right?
Yeah.
We want to showcase the lesser known dishes or our interpretation of some of these things.
Yeah.
And people just wanted things that were tip of the iceberg.
Okay. And so how did you counter that? I mean, you've now run the restaurant for 15 years. Like I said earlier, it's no mean feat in Singapore. The industry's pretty savage. We've supplied businesses for more than 10 years, and the number that shut down within their first lease term is it's scary, right?
Yeah.
So you faced a lot of pushback, but you still managed to be able to have this kind of longevity. What do you think it is about your restaurant, or about your food, about the space that you create that has allowed that, where so many others have failed?
I credit the fact that back in 2010, well, I mean, the years that we really struggled with this perception thing, right, was maybe the first 3 or 4 years. I credit the fact that back then the industry wasn't that competitive.
Okay.
So it allowed us to succeed. It allowed us to, I wouldn't use the word succeed, but it allowed us to survive.
Okay.
Despite all the bad feedback.
Right.
Despite the 1-star reviews. This place sucks. It's got no falafel.
Yeah. Oh man. 1-star reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things weren't as competitive and saturated as they are now.
Yep.
If we open now, I don't know what's going to happen.
Okay.
We would stand a much lower chance of success.
Yeah.
But back then, because of the cuisine that we did, it was different enough as well. So a lot of people who also didn't know anything about Middle Eastern were coming in and having their first experience.
Right. Yeah.
So I guess it was a little bit more forgiving.
Okay. You talked about back then versus now. Let's talk about the F&B scene today. And I know you're quite vocal about this, and there's so many restaurants that just close, and it's like another one bites the dust kind of thing. What do you think it is that makes it so hard to survive in Singapore F&B today?
Well, I'm not as vocal about it anymore. I generally tend not to air any of my grievances.
Yeah.
I learned over the years, forget it.
Not worth it.
Not worth it, right? But yeah, since you're asking, I've always told people this. I mean, I work as a consultant these days.
Yeah.
As well, I do a lot of restaurant openings secretly. So there's a good 2 or 3 restaurants that open every year that I actually done the menu for.
Okay.
But no one knows.
Yeah.
And I always tell my clients, if you really want to open in Singapore, you got to understand that the costs are stacked against you. There are places in the world where 1 or 2 things are exaggerated, but in Singapore, everything's exaggerated. So you've got your prime costs. You've got rent and COGS, right? Sorry, labor.
Labor
and COGS, cost of goods sold. These are your 2 prime costs. Some countries, your labor cost is low.
Yep.
Some countries, your food cost is low because these are agricultural countries or what. Singapore, both of these are high. Some places, big countries with a lot of space, rent, bit more forgiving.
Yeah.
I got a restaurant in Bali. My rent there is $2,600 Singapore. Yeah. I got a restaurant in Penang. My rent there is 1,000 Singapore dollars a month.
Wow.
Yeah. It allows you to do things.
Yeah.
It allows you to try things. It allows you to fail for a while before you get it right. In Singapore, you go straight out there. You got no leeway.
Yeah. There's no room for error.
There's no room. You got to get it right from day one.
Yeah. I mean, knowing what you know now, would you, if you could go back to those early days, would you still start a restaurant?
I kind of knew that back then.
Yeah.
Which is why I decided to open a Middle Eastern restaurant.
Okay.
Because if the odds were going to be stacked against you anyway, I'd rather be different than the same.
Okay.
Because everyone back then was opening an Italian restaurant or a Japanese restaurant or a brunch cafe.
Brunch place, yeah.
Yeah. While those were great concepts to look at in terms of, being less risky from a consumer point of view,
Mm-hmm.
it was also ironically more risky.
Because you're less differentiated.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's harder to stand out.
Yes.
So I think that the decision to do Middle Eastern has really worked for us because there were less points of comparison.
Yeah.
There were less choices for people to. There were less alternatives for people to go to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for a long time, we were the only ones messing with Middle Eastern cuisine,
Okay.
trying to put a contemporary spin on it here
Yeah.
in Singapore.
Yeah.
I mean, there were a lot of very traditional Middle Eastern places.
Yeah.
There still are. Those are great places. But we weren't trying to be those places. I don't have a Middle Eastern grandma,
Yeah.
you know? So the best I can do is be creative about it and be respectful about it.
Okay.
That was my approach.
Okay.
Be respectful and creative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think doing something
Yeah.
definitely with your own, being different, right? It always helps. I think, yes, there's risk in being different, but there's also a lot of benefit in being something that people you become known for something rather than you're just following the trend, like everyone's doing Dubai chocolate now. It's like everyone is, but yeah. You've talked about like for every success that you've had lots of failures.
Yep.
Was there one failure that kind of stood out that taught you a lot?
I'm one of those thicker-headed guys who don't learn a lot from my own mistakes. So I'll repeat that immediately.
Oh no.
I've had lots of failures, and yet I still do the same thing over again. Okay, so I had a place called Bird, which was a Thai restaurant.
Yeah.
It was ultimate expression of myself back then.
Okay.
It was the wildest. It was the most unhinged I've ever been. It was wild. It was wild. It looked like a strip club. It was like a strip club serving
and
food.
what kind of food did you serve? Like,
Thai chicken.
okay, was this the wildest expression of your
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So we were blasting like strip club music. The place looked like a strip club. There were like pink lights.
Yeah.
There were penises all over the walls.
Okay.
There was like a massive penis statue. The theme was middle fingers and penises.
Okay.
So our stickers were middle finger stickers.
Yeah.
We had statues of middle fingers lined up all over the shelves.
Where did you even get these statues from?
I just buy them online, like on my travels or whatever.
Yeah.
There are these big, like when you go traveling and you go to Bali or what, you get these like penis bottle openers,
Okay.
which is hanging
Yeah,
everywhere.
hanging them everywhere.
Bird itself, the name means dick in kiddie language.
Yeah. And you're serving up chicken,
Yeah,
fried
serving
chicken.
chicken.
Okay.
It was fun for the 2% of people who got it
Right.
and who were dysfunctional that way.
Okay.
They come and party with us, right?
Yeah.
And for everyone else, they didn't get it. Like, why is this place so vulgar?
Yeah.
Why is this place like that? Why would you spend your money and open a place
Right.
and make fun of it that way?
Okay.
But this was just me being a jackass. Because I grew up in an era where, like, some of my friends were like watching Chinese movies and all that. I was watching Jackass, Ali G,
Yeah, okay.
Cam Kill Yourself, Wild Boys,
Yeah.
wrestling, dumb,
Right.
absolutely like mind, like, low intellect stuff.
Okay.
That was my thing, right? Self-deprecating humor.
Yeah, okay.
So that was my style of humor.
Yeah.
That still is my style of humor. So I just wanted to put that in a restaurant.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why we celebrated dicks at Bird. It was funny. I found it hilarious.
Yeah.
I thought that I could just, as a business owner, do what I wanted, express myself, and
Yeah.
people would
People
come.
will come. Yeah.
I mean, a small number of people did come,
Okay. Your people.
but not enough.
Okay. Yeah.
So that was a massive failure. After 1 year, we had to clean it up. It wasn't doing well.
Yeah.
And we had to move to a cleaner location,
Okay.
change the concept a bit, but it still didn't work.
Okay.
So I lost a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I decided that moving forward, my lesson from there would be, if I ever did anything so niche that only appealed to myself, I'd have to do it on a much smaller scale,
Yeah.
which is why I have a restaurant now called Smalls,
Yeah.
which is right now a 7-seat restaurant,
Okay.
where whatever I do, I don't have to explain to that many people.
Yeah.
And even if I piss off people, I only piss off 14 people a night.
Yep.
7 seats times 2,
Yeah.
7 seats times 2 rounds. So, that was my lesson.
Talking about failures and stuff, but it hasn't sort of shut you down from F&B, because I think you mentioned you knew from a really early age you wanted to be a chef. And do you think that you'll always be in F&B?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I haven't calculated, but I've been doing this since 2002.
Okay.
So how many years is
Yeah,
that?
that's 23 years.
23 years,
Yeah.
right? I don't know if I'm cut out for anything else. I also don't want to go to prison. So I'm just, going to put my head down and do my work
Okay.
and try and stay civil
Okay.
for the most part.
Yeah.
Try and behave myself. I think I'm going to stay in F&B.
Okay. You talked about when you started getting into F&B, like the picture of success was you're an executive chef at a hotel. What does success look like to you now? Has it changed?
Oh man, deep question, yeah.
Yeah.
Deep question. I think success is always about balance. It's not about doing one or two things very well.
Mm-hmm.
It's about balancing many things and keeping the balance that you want. And that balance can change as your life goes on, right? And
Yeah.
in different stages of your life, you need a different kind of balance. When I first started, all I wanted to do was just, get my name out there and, let people know I was doing cool stuff.
Okay.
At some point, I gave up on that dream of becoming a hotel executive chef because, that's when I went into the independent restaurant scene, opened my own little place.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And at that point, it was just, let's just make this business survive. And then we can be, let me just pay back my loan.
Yep.
Let me just pay back my loan and we'll be successful.
Okay.
So that was that. After we paid back our loan, it was like, okay, what do we, what's our next goal?
Yeah.
Next goal was, okay, let's just gain a bigger voice. Let's become a restaurant that's a little bit more talked about.
Okay.
Because we're doing cool stuff, but not a lot of people are talking about us.
Yeah.
Early days. Let's have a bigger voice. Let's build our profile, Next thing was, let's take care of our team. Let's grow a little bit. So we tried growing,
Yeah.
Then after that, success was like, let's express ourselves.
Okay.
That's when Bird came in.
Yeah. Okay.
And we got our asses kicked so hard. Handed back to us.
Handed to you on a plate. Yeah.
Yeah. So success for me has changed so much over the years.
What is it today?
I'm going to sound really boring because I've obviously matured a lot.
Okay.
I'm still a jackass down at heart, but I've got kids, got a family, So success for me today is about balancing health, personal, mental health,
Yep.
family life. Still don't have much of a social life. That's what's taking a hit.
Yeah.
Haven't been to a cinema or watched a movie in 15 years.
Yeah.
Watch a lot of TV, I just haven't watched a movie. What a weird thing to say.
Well, I mean,
If
15 years.
if I have time to watch TV, I should have time to watch a movie. But anyway,
Well,
okay.
it takes travel time.
Yeah,
It's like extra watching a movie. You know?
It's about balancing what's important to you at that time in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, and expect that to change over the course of your life.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think that's really important because I don't know, when I was young, I was 20 years old. I'm like, this is my goal and this is my goal for my life and this is what I'm going to do. And then life will throw so many things at you and then you'll realize like, actually, maybe that wasn't so important and maybe it's not important for this season and maybe I can put it on a shelf for a while and I can do this instead, and being like gentle enough with yourself to be like, that's okay.
Yeah.
And plans change. Yeah. I have a crazy idea for you. I think you should start a pizza bar or a pizza restaurant. Have you ever thought about that?
Why?
I just think that, you're known for like dude food. I mean, my husband, when we go to your restaurant, he gets like the crispy chicken, he gets a crispy chicken sandwich, that kind of thing. He loves pizza. So he actually asked, like, do you think that he would make pizza? Yeah.
Smalls has been around 5.5 years now. For a good 2.5 out of the 5.5 years, we've been doing pizza omakase.
Yeah.
So I have dabbled in pizza. I opened a pizza restaurant in Jakarta
Oh, you did?
prior to COVID.
Okay.
Lasted about 1.5, 2 years, and then COVID hit. That was with some partners.
Yeah.
I was the named consultant on that project.
Okay.
That was a great place. R.I.P. Duck Down Pizza Party. Um, I also have a pizza place in Bali right now called Baba G's.
Oh, yep. Yep.
So pizzas always in my life.
Yeah.
I just don't have a pizza place in Singapore.
Okay.
That's about to change.
Oh, tell me more. Tell me more.
So as you know, Artichoke's 15 years old. We opened in 2010 in
Yeah.
August. As of today, we are a month away from August, and I've been thinking for a long time. I've been making Middle Eastern food for the last 15 years. It's not even my cuisine. It's
Yeah.
the cuisine of my good friends back in Australia.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen them for years. I haven't spoken to some of them in more than 10 years, I was very inspired to get into that because of the people that were surrounding me at that time.
Right.
But after 15 years of making falafel and various versions of hummus
Yep. Yep.
and shawarmarizing things,
Yep.
it shouldn't be shawarmarized.
Yeah.
I never expected Artichoke to last 15 years. It's lasted,
Yeah.
ironically speaking, it's lasted too long
Okay. Okay.
that I've come to a point where I cannot imagine giving myself to this cuisine for another 15 years
Right.
because it was never mine to begin with, right? I never owned it.
Okay.
I just played with it respectfully
I get that. Yep.
as an outsider with permission from my friends,
Yeah.
But if you ask me, look, Bjorn, you have another 15 years to give. Yeah, I have another 15 years to give. Would you give another 15 years to making more versions of falafel? I don't know.
Okay.
It's less fun now than it was 15 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just thought about it. What is Artichoke? Is Artichoke a Middle Eastern restaurant? Or is Artichoke a restaurant that is my creative bastion? And I want to think about it the second way.
Okay.
Artichoke's not a Middle Eastern restaurant. Artichoke is Bjorn Shen's restaurant. And if Bjorn Shen could stylize Middle Eastern food that way, then Bjorn Shen should be able to, in theory, stylize any other thing that same way.
Okay.
So come August, by the time you guys watch this, it would be August anyway.
Yeah.
Come August, Artichoke will be pivoting and becoming a pizza place.
Really exciting one, but also like me as my business owner sense is coming in, and it's like you have, I think, what a lot of restaurateurs would kill for. It's like a stable restaurant that's been around for more than a decade. What gives you the confidence to change,
What gives me the confidence is the fact that I'm no longer in debt.
Okay.
I don't have debt. I don't owe the bank anything. I don't owe any family members any money. I don't owe any friends any money. I don't owe investors anything.
Yeah.
So even if I change it and it all goes down the drain,
Yeah.
whatever, right?
Yeah.
It was my own money anyway. It's money that I made
Yeah.
from the business. So I don't have that, we're going to go bankrupt, then we're going to be in debt. We're going to have to drive a taxi at night and, work in a hawker center in the day and, go and sell fake Von Dutch caps on eBay again.
Yeah.
I don't have that stress.
Yeah. So you have that freedom.
I have a certain degree of financial freedom right now.
Yeah.
And I have a certain level of stupidity that allows me to believe that I can risk losing the money that I do have now
Okay.
on this stupid, risky move that I'm about to pull. And like I said, I grew up watching Jackass. So I gotta do dumb stuff.
Okay.
I got to do dumb stuff.
Tell me what to eat. Like what do you think will be your signature, or what's your favorite dish that you've created for the pizza place?
Again, I can say this now because you'll be watching this, in a month's time. We're already, 3 weeks into the menu R&D.
Yeah.
For the new thing, and we're doing something called fried pizzas.
Ooh, okay.
So it's where we fry the base,
Oh my gosh, wow.
and then after that we rest it for a while.
Okay.
We top it and we bake it.
Okay.
It's extra crispy, but the frying makes it super puffy inside. So it's like a mochi in the middle.
Oh my God. Wow.
So it's crunchy on the outside, and then the shell of dough is thin. So when you bite into it, it's like biting through crispy chicken
Oh
skin.
my gosh. It sounds so
Right?
good. Yeah.
It cracks like glass,
Okay.
but then it gives way to a super pillowy, very highly aerated,
Yeah.
but very bouncy inside.
Yeah.
That's what the Montanara, it's called Montanara, the Montanara style of pizza base does.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like that.
Oh, amazing.
And not enough people in Singapore are doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had that actually. So, yeah.
So I didn't invent that.
Yeah.
It's just a style of pizza.
Sounds amazing though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's the style of pizza that we're doing.
Yeah.
Along with there's a trend with people doing pizza these days.
Yeah.
Or there's a trend of
Yeah.
new pizza places from overseas.
I see that.
Very
Yeah.
successful ones coming into Singapore.
Yep.
Good for them and good for the market over here. But I'm avoiding everything they're doing
Okay.
because I want to be different.
Okay.
So I'm doing rectangular pizza
Okay.
and I'm doing fried pizza.
Yeah.
So two things that no one's doing.
Yeah. I mean, I can't wait to try it actually, now that you've described it like that. Awesome. Okay, so now I have a few quick questions that I ask everyone who comes on this podcast.
Yeah.
What was your first ice cream memory?
Probably one of those potong ice creams
Yeah.
on a stick.
Any particular flavor?
Red bean or
Red bean.
chendol or
Yeah.
sweet corn, yam.
Yeah.
One of those local flavors, right?
Yeah.
But my most vivid early ice cream memory would be reading this book called Paddington Bear
Okay. Yep.
and his Knickerbocker Glory. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't think I've read that.
Okay. So it's this kid's book about Paddington Bear searching for this Sunday called the Knickerbocker Glory at the
Okay.
end of the rainbow.
Okay.
And I've done various versions of the Knickerbocker Glory over the years.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's just this unicorn of a dish.
Yeah.
You know, it exists in people's minds.
Right.
Some people have taken it to real life, but it's just a fully loaded sundae in one of those old school sundae
Yeah.
glasses, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, from back in that era.
Yeah.
It's like a peach Melba,
Yeah. Okay.
a banana split. you know?
Classic. Yeah. What's your absolute favorite snack?
Snack is in like junk food, processed food, any kind of food.
Any kind of food. Like, what snack do you reach for when you're like, oh man, I just need to like
So many. Cool Ranch Doritos.
Cool Ranch Doritos. Yeah.
Cheezels.
Cheezels. I haven't had Cheezels for
It's so good.
years. Yeah.
Super Ring.
Super.
You know that little thing that
That
you like you
little-
stick on.
Yeah, you
It's
stick it
on
on
all
your
your fingers.
fingers and then you eat it
I
like
still
this.
do it.
Yeah.
I still do it. I did it like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
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 Still do dumb stuff all
Yeah.
the time. Yeah.
You're making me want to go back and get some Cheezels.
I still
Do
eat my
that.
Pocky like that.
Yeah. Do you like eat the chocolate off? I used to like eat the chocolate off and then
Like,
I
you
like eat the
pull
stick.
it.
Yeah.
You, put it on, you just like
Yeah.
you grip it with your two front teeth. You pull
and
it.
then you eat the stick later.
Do you ever like twirl it as it goes in?
Yeah. You get like lines on it.
Yeah.
I love that. I love all these childhood snacks.
Yeah.
Important question. Do you lick or bite your ice cream?
Depends what ice cream.
Okay. Ice cream cone?
Ice cream cone
Yeah.
with soft serve.
Okay.
Obviously lick.
Okay.
If you bite that, you got something wrong with you. I don't know.
We've had some biters on the show.
Really?
That bite every kind of ice
What?
cream. Yeah.
What? Who?
Like my brother, for example.
What?
He bites his ice cream. Yeah.
Tell him no.
Okay.
Soft serve ice cream, lick, or use a spoon.
Yep. Okay.
Or at some point, okay, okay. Biting is okay as long as you don't bite it with the teeth. You bite with your lips,
Oh.
You
like
bite with your gum.
Yeah. Okay.
right?
Yep.
If you want to get a little bit more than just licking,
Yeah.
then you just bite with your lips.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I have people who they want to see the teeth marks in
What?
the ice cream.
Soft serve ice cream.
See, you're offended by that.
Okay.
Tell me one trait you have without which you wouldn't be where you are today.
I think I've said it so many times already on the podcast, but I have a knack for doing dumb stuff and doing things that other people might be afraid of considering. And that's what's gotten me to where I am today, for better or for worse. It's landed me in some situations.
Yep.
I live on the edge of getting cancelled all the time. I try and reel it in, but yeah, that's who I am.
And what's one thing that you think everyone should eat in their lifetime and why?
Oh wow. something that they haven't eaten before that I think they should try for the first time.
Yeah, or just one thing you think everyone should eat.
Cool Ranch Doritos. Eat your McDonald's nuggets with your McFlurry. Maybe.
I feel like people do that.
No,
Like
no,
the
okay.
fries and the sundaes.
Okay,
Too.
fries and
Yeah.
sundae, that's common, right?
Yeah, the
That's
nuggets
like,
is
yeah, no.
taking it up
You
a
gotta do the
notch.
nuggets.
Okay.
So you have to do the nuggets, and you have to do that with the caramel McFlurry or like the mudslide sundaes.
Okay.
You gotta do the ice cream with the burger.
Burger dipped in ice cream.
Like you do the buttermilk chicken burger,
Oh yeah.
and then you take a bite,
Yeah.
and then you scoop some of that soft serve, you put it on, and you take another
like
bite.
a sauce.
Everything.
Oh wow. Okay.
Everything.
Okay.
In McDonald's in Malaysia, you can get like they call it McChicken sauce.
Yeah.
Which is basically straight up like jarred white mayonnaise.
Okay.
I used to put that onto my soft serve ice cream.
Oh.
Like not good.
Okay.
But I just do that to like shock people.
Yeah.
The garlic chili sauce in the ice cream goes pretty well as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So weird stuff.
I can see that. It's a bit sweet. Sweet, savory, salty. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just convincing myself to like it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay. I mean, I'll try the nuggets and ice cream.
If it's not nice, I'm not responsible.
Okay. What's a piece of advice that changed your life?
I would say there's two.
Okay.
Can I bring up two?
Yeah, sure.
So I went for a talk one day. I was always very hands-on at Artichoke.
Yep.
Very, very hands-on. I was the first guy in, the last guy to go home. I was this don't talk to me, don't touch me, leave me alone. I'm the chef of Artichoke, sort of guy for the first 5 years of my life at Artichoke.
Okay.
Right? And I was just hustling. I was just putting my head down, doing my work there. Never went out, never, went beyond the confines. I just went back and forth from home to work.
Yep.
And one day, for some reason, I found myself at a talk,
Okay.
which is very unusual for me.
Yep.
Found myself at a talk, and there was this fellow who was the GM of a place called Copper Chimney,
Okay.
like an Indian catering company. Forgot his name, but cool guy. And he said something during his talk that just stuck with me forever. I don't know if he was the genius who came up with this or he heard it from someone else, but everyone listen up. He said to the crowd, and I was in the crowd, but it felt like he was talking straight at me. He said, if you are working in your business, how are you working on your business? And I was like, wow, so many layers to that.
Yeah.
Well, actually, there was only one layer to
Well.
that, but I was, it was
No,
a
it
bit
hit,
complicated
right.
for my simple mind back then. And I thought about it for days.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, if I'm working in my business, how the hell am I working on it?
Yeah.
How am I building it? How am I bringing it out to more people when I'm actually in it?
Yeah. When you're in the trenches that deep.
Correct.
Right. Yeah.
So that's the turning point for me where I started getting out and I started changing my focus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I thought to myself, my job now is no longer to cook the food at Artichoke.
Yeah.
My job is to build my brand beyond its boundaries. My job is to bring it outside, and my job is to ambassadorize it in other locations.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of business owners need to hear that at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other one was from a guy called Eddie Huang,
Okay.
chef from New York.
Yep.
He was doing a show on YouTube. And, someone in the audience asked him, you do a lot of very conceptual stuff. I mean, what do you say to people who don't get what you do? And his answer was very simple. He said, I don't bother explaining to them. They can read it up on Wikipedia later on. She basically meant that I'm just going to keep doing what I do. Once it becomes famous, people can catch up.
Yeah.
I don't need to explain to you.
Gives you that confidence just to keep on
Yeah.
doing what you're doing, right? One last thing. I know that you dabbled in popsicles in a past life too.
Yeah, Nana Pops.
Yeah. And we just launched some popsicles. So I brought some for you to try.
When did you start?
We just started, we launched them this month, which is like June, July. But here, so I have,
Double coated.
and I've made they're triple layers. So I have pandan coconut and I have coffee.
What?
Try them both actually. So there's 3 layers. There's a sauce, there's an ice cream, and there's a crispy chocolate shell.
Okay.
So this is what we're doing. We've been doing ice cream sandwiches, as you know, for the longest time. But we wanted to do pops. Yeah. So let me know what you think.
Have they officially launched?
Yeah. Just.
Like just. Like
Yeah.
where can I find
You
these?
can find them at NTUC Cold Storage online as well. Yeah.
Wow.
Cheers. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I've always wanted to do pops. You know, I want to do cones and stuff as well someday in the future. But yeah, so this one is a crispy chocolate shell with cookie bits inside. It's got milk coffee ice cream and a condensed milk core.
Man, made in Singapore?
These are made in Japan, actually.
Wow.
Everything we've made so far has been made in our factory in Singapore.
Yep.
We've been really fortunate to find a factory partner in Japan.
Okay.
And so these are the first products that we made with them.
Wow.
Our recipes. But you know, in Japan, they have access to great agriculture, great milk. And so we're using the Japanese milk, a lot of Japanese ingredients in these products. Yeah.
So you've got your OEM partner in Japan.
In Japan, yeah.
Damn, and then they ship it back to you here.
They do. And people are like, why are you manufacturing in Singapore and Japan, the two most expensive places to make food? But for us, it's about keeping that quality. I mean, we're a premium brand. I only make stuff that I will happily feed my kids and my family. And so that's part of it, right? But yeah.
Sorry, I'm just temping this right now. Like, sometimes it's too cold to bite.
It is. Right? And it's been in dry ice. So
it's been in dry ice,
It's been in dry ice. So
I know.
But here, I've opened this.
I used to deliver ice creams from my brand Nana Pop like that.
Yeah.
And I know how it's like when you first bite into it straight out of dry ice. So it's a little bit hard. But
you know what? The first time we delivered ice cream in dry ice to our very first restaurant, which was the Cajun Kings, which was run by Andre and Melvin.
My favorite. Shout out Cajun Kings was the best restaurant in Singapore.
Yeah, it was so awesome and so ahead of its time.
Yeah.
Anyway, we delivered our ice cream sandwiches in dry ice, and I remember I can't remember if it was Andre or Melvin. They took it out and they were like biting it, and he just went. And he almost broke his teeth on it, and I was just like, "Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed." But yeah, that's what dry ice will do to your ice cream. So there you go. So you get a crunch.
Haven't got the sauce yet. It's somewhere in there.
It's in the middle. Yeah, it's hard to see on the coffee one, but
it's so intense. Coffee flavor is so intense.
Yeah. So
that's a good pop.
Inspired by our copy C.
This is a good pop. Come on. So to answer your question, lick or bite?
Yeah.
It depends on the type of ice cream.
It depends on the format. Yeah.
Nice.
Thanks.
I want to try the other one.
Try this one. So this one is a pandan coconut with white chocolate, and it's got coconut bits in the shell, and there's a gula melaka core.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Gula melaka caramelly. So this one's a bit sweeter.
You think I can eat this in one bite?
I believe in you.
The whole thing?
I believe in you. But you want to have that crispy chocolate crunch, and you want to see the liquid core.
2 bites.
2 bites, 2 bites.
Ooh.
Are we getting some brain freeze?
Why did I do that? Oh, that's good. That's good.
So we get our pandan from here. It's not super green, right? We use real pandan extract. We don't use that coloring flavoring thing. And then we ship it to Japan, and then they make our ice cream, and then it comes back. Yeah.
This is so saucy.
Yeah.
So getting that layer in the middle to stay saucy has always been a big challenge. Because when I did pops, we had layers in the middle as well, which we would pipe along the stick before filling it with more things.
Yep.
And just getting that texture was very difficult.
Very hard. It's taken us more than a year to get these, you know.
Wow.
Which one did you like better? Coffee or the pandan?
I secretly hate desiccated coconut.
Oh, really?
There's
desiccated coconut all in that shell. Yeah.
So that's the only thing I don't like about this one, but that's very personal. So I like the coffee one more in that case.
That
but
sense.
have you tried them together?
No, this is a worldwide first. What you're doing here. Okay. Awesome. Yeah.
It's good together.
Awesome.
It's really good together.
We'll do a buy two offer.
Yeah. Try that at home.
Cool. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me today and sharing.
Thank you for the ice cream. I just came for the ice cream.
Yeah.
I was told beforehand that there would be ice cream. Yeah. And I'm like, say less. That's all. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much, Bjorn.
Thank you.
Yeah. If you enjoyed listening to Soul Food, please give us a 5-star rating, subscribe, or share an episode with your friends. It helps us grow so we can continue bringing you thoughtful conversations. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today.